You are no longer in the human experience exclusively. You then expand into your soul's experiencer. Your soul's authentic essence is craving to be fully known by you. And one important piece of the puzzle of expanding into knowing your authentic soul essence is the journey of exploring your own unique expressions and experiences of masculine and feminine energies within body, mind, and soul. But this journey cannot just focus on what is being experienced and how it's being experienced. There needs to be an important shift to looking at the experiencer of self, the who that is experiencing. In the last few videos, we explored all the components that contribute to the unique expression of masculine and feminine energies, which includes brain hemispheric balance, the navigational networks in relation with specific internal needs, and the essence of your own divine consciousness or soul self. And we explored the specific internal needs that can be nourished to support the expansion of the unique, authentic energy of self within masculine and feminine expressions. As we nourish and expand body, mind, soul capacities to know the authenticity of your own unique energy, we then have an opportunity to connect deeper with the self. When you explore your own soul essence, and especially in relation with masculine, feminine energies in your everyday experiences or within your sense of self, we often look at what we are experiencing and how we are experiencing it. And we say, this is an expression of my masculine, this is an expression of my feminine, this is who my masculine energy is because these parts of me are better at these things or prefer these things, etc. And we're looking at what we are experiencing and how we are experiencing it. I feel this way, I move this way, I think this way, I'm better at these skill sets, I prefer these things, and so this is kind of my sense of self, and this is my masculine, feminine energy within my experience. But when we only look at the experience, we're missing out on intimate attunement with the experiencer of the soul essence. And so as you transmute the energetic wiring of the brain and body mind so that it's navigating from a place of unconditional love and profound inner wholeness, there's then a next step, an opportunity to dive deeper into knowing the authentic energy of your true self. And the best way to explore this journey is by connecting with the awareness of self and the experiencer of self, and exploring that as a top priority that matters more than what is being experienced and how it's being experienced. Okay? So I invite you in your everyday experiences right here and now to start to notice as you are spending time in your inward journey, when you're nourishing body, mind, soul, when you're exploring your sense of self, when you're holding space to connect with your soul essence, when you're exploring the miracles of your brain and body, mind, and your own personal experiences from the inside out, are you always and only focused on what you are experiencing and how you are experiencing it? The experience has to do with all the things outside of us and the things inside of us that are happening within our sensations and thoughts and feelings. And the how it's being experienced has to do with the wiring of the brain and the body mind. And those are both very important things, but neither of those have anything to do with the truth of the self or the essence of the soul. And so when you shift awareness towards connecting with the awareness of self and the experiencer of self, you open a lot more doors to really know all that you are. And so I invite you in your everyday moments to simply shift your awareness, expand awareness, and attune with your own self essence and body, mind, soul. Are you focused on what you're experiencing and how you're experiencing it? If you're in any sort of journey of self-healing or personal development or spiritual awakening, soul growth, however you want to describe it, when you spend time in that inner awareness of your own essence and your own self, and you're witnessing your own existence within your everyday moments, are you exclusively focused on what you're experiencing and how you're experiencing it? And if so, simply breathe deeply, hold space and shift, and set an intention and hold space and invite an inward opportunity to connect with the awareness of yourself and the experiencer of yourself, the who that is within the what and the how is happening, okay? Instead of the experience of what is happening and how it's happening, what is being experienced, how it's being experienced, look at the who that is within the experience. And so within the brain hemispheric balance, within the navigational networks that project our sense of self and translations of reality, within the miracles of our thoughts and feelings and emotions and perceptions and the translations of stimulus and the sensations of our everyday realities, who is the essence of self that is in the awareness of that and in the experience of that. And when you can start to attune with the awareness and experiencer of self, you'll actually unlock new doors to know your own soul essence, including the unique and authentic expressions of your masculine and feminine energies. Because when we are looking at the experience, then we're looking at everything outside of us and the wiring and activity of the brain and the body. And that is not the truth of the soul self. That is not the essence of your true self. And so as we shift and expand these inner structures to have more capacity to support the soul, then we also continue to shift and have greater connection and attunement with who the soul really is, who the essence of self actually is. And then instead of the brain and the body mind creating all these experiences, the soul essence is actually creating the brain and the body mind, and that has power within experience to influence it from the inside out. When you shift away from what is being experienced and how it's being experienced and have a greater priority in noticing the awareness and experiencer of self, the who of the soul essence that is within the experience and also exists beyond it, you have an opportunity to activate and anchor the essence of the soul within the human form and expression. And this allows for the manner in which you encounter your unique and authentic masculine feminine energies to actually create inner fulfillment at a soul level. And this is a somatic sensation that there's genuinely no words to fully describe. When you are within the sensation of your soul's authentic, unique expression of masculine feminine, you are no longer in the human experience. You are within the soul's experiencer. You are no longer in the human experience exclusively. You then expand into your soul's experiencer. And that subtle shift holds so much power that it can literally shift the dimension of your own consciousness in everyday realities. And this is part of what my work dives into as we explore the trifecta treasure trove and its amazing modalities to understand creative collisions between neuroscience and consciousness, to intimately understand how the soul essence flows through the brain and the body mind, to activate and anchor the profound wholeness and unconditional love of the soul's essence, while shape-shifting the brain and body mind, restructuring, regulation, integration, navigation, and how trillions of networks are navigating the essence of self and translations of life to transform it so that it has more capacity to support the soul rather than just storing a lifetime of past experiences. We receive the medicine from the messenger of every internal piece of wiring and structure and everything we've ever gone through, and we transmute it, and we allow for the inner wiring of the brain and body mind to be recreated and redeveloped and rebirthed so it has a foundation of unconditional love and profound wholeness, where the soul self literally resculpts inner structures while activating and anchoring its authentic, unique essence and transmuting anything that might restrict the essence of the soul from flowing freely within the human vessel, freely within the brain hemispheres and the brain regions and the unconscious memories and the neural networks and all the miracles of the brain and the body mind. And in this process, we get to resculpt how the brain hemispheres support our masculine feminine energies. We get to resculpt how navigational networks support our masculine feminine energies to create a felt sense of fulfillment for the specific internal attachment needs that impact how the body mind subconsciously and unconsciously navigates our masculine feminine energies. And then to shift away from just what we're experiencing and how we're experiencing it and actually create practices that allow us to instantly and quantumly attune with the awareness and experiencer of the soul self, the who that is within the experience, not just the details of the experience itself. And in this process, activate and anchor more of the soul essence and create somatic shifts and tangible transformation within body, mind, and soul to literally shapeshift your reality from the inside out so that the manner in which you encounter your own existence changes just because the structures of your inner reality have transformed and are rebirthed through the unconditional love and profound wholeness of who you truly are. You can dive deeper into my offerings in the video description below and enter my Magic Portal email list to gain access to a collection of free gifts to serve and support you as well. And in the meantime, here, right now, in this moment, in the past few hours, in the past few days, have you been focused on what you're experiencing and how you're experiencing it without being fully attuned to the awareness and experiencer of your soul essence? When you're in a journey of self-healing, personal development, spiritual awakening, soul growth, or anything within those descriptors or beyond it, where you are focused on expanding that inner awareness and nourishing your inner being and knowing more about who you are and expanding your own expression of self and all these miracles of the human existence with the purpose of that soul growth and soul expansion in a way that probably transcends anything the human mind can fathom in any given moment. As you're focused on that inward journey in your body, mind, and soul, can you shift and notice the who that is the experiencer of your soul essence and allow that attunement with self to be more important than the details of the experience? And from that place, to activate and anchor more of all that you are and shift and expand through the experience by shape-shifting the wiring of the brain and the body-mind and transmuting the energies within you so that you are rebirthing your existence into the unconditional love and profound wholeness of your soul and allowing that to be more fulfilling and more empowering and more joyful and more rewarding than anything else could ever feel. Thank you for being here, and thank you for being you.
These videos reference Kristin Windsor's original Trifecta Treasure Trove modalities, intellectual property of Kristin Windsor, all rights reserved.